So a lot of DNC talk this morning, and last night there was a lot of heavy talk on just different celebrities and different names and people from the community getting on stage in support of Kamala Harris, but also setting the record straight about a few things. One of the people I thought was really interesting that honestly, when he came out, I was like, or when I saw him on the schedule, I was like, oh, he's speaking. That was pretty smart. Her campaign was D.L. Hughley. So D.L. Hughley came on stage to apologize in front of the world for some of the comments that he had. And he's done this before, but he wanted to do it at the DNC as well. Let's take a listen.
I made assumptions about Kamala's record, and I often repeated them to a lot of people. Then one day, Kamala invited me to her house. She put her hand on my shoulder, and she asked me to do some research. Something I had never done. Something a lot of people I know had never done before. Imagine attacking someone's character without a single Google search. So I did what I should have done in the first place. I learned that she had done for us exactly what she promised to. I believe that your apology should be as loud as your accusation, and I'm here apologizing in front of the whole damn world.
They used D.L. Hughley as the poster boy for all misinformation, and D.L. gladly accepted the role. I don't think D.L. should have accepted that all on his own, even though he did it on his own. But there's a lot of people who spread a lot of misinformation. He should have used a little bit more y'alls.
Yep. No.
Not just me.
For real. A lot of us. A lot of people, when I hear them talk about like her track record as a prosecutor or whatever, they lean towards a lot of different names in the community. But I just thought that it was, I was happy to see him come out on stage and do that, especially at that night, because I felt like there were so many people that were tuning in because they wanted to hear like policy and all that stuff. So it was good to see the public apology and for him to admit that he messed up, he got it wrong.
And he already did that. He did that on his radio show already. So yeah.
But I hope it changes the way if anybody was out there that does anything in media, whether it's podcast, whether it's radio, whether it's TV, whatever it may be, to understand the power of knowing the truth. Because those lies could have hurt her campaign, could hurt anybody.
What you mean could have? They did hurt her campaign in 2020?
Yeah, you're right. Well, they did.
So then we had a ton of other people came on the stage, but another group that I thought was really interesting to see on stage and what they spoke to was the Exonerated Five, formerly known as the Central Park Five. Let's take a listen.
That man thinks that hate is the animating force in America. It is not. We have the constitutional right to vote. In fact, it is a human right. So let us use it. When I say one day, I want you to say, see us. One day, see us. One day, see us. When they see us, America will finally say goodbye to that hateful man. We will say what I have said after 7 long years of wrongful incarceration. Free at last. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. We are free at last.
Yusef Salaam, Corey Wise, Raymond Santana, and Kevin Richards are the Exonerated Five. And the point that he was making, he was referring back to when Trump had called for their execution when they were first charged with everything. And they were basically, because
he
Trump
put out a newspaper ad.
Yeah, put out the newspaper ad, but he doubled down on that way later. So they wanted to make the point that, Kamala is talking about moving forward and not going back. Trump is stuck where he's at. So we need to, recognize that and move forward. But the most important to me as a Black woman who people spell my name wrong, they call me different names that are not my name. This was one of my favorite parts. And it was also so cute because Kamala's nieces were a part of it.
The only name they call you that they shouldn't call you is Lauren London LaRosa, but continue.
Keep going, Lauren.
I am. Kerry Washington, Olivia Pope, was on stage and she set the record straight about how you say Kamala's name, because y'all been mixing it up.
It's not that difficult. I don't understand why so many people get it wrong.
I didn't see Chameleon. I think some people do it to be smart too. They wanted you to know that it's Kamala, and you guys know she has the hats now where it's like the comma and then the la. So she had her 2 nieces come on stage who are gorgeous, and Kerry Washington kind of got down like on a knee and kind of gave them the mic, and they did the crowd chant, which is such a good thing to see them do, because that just means people are energized and want to participate. So one niece said, on this side we're going to say Kamala, comma, and on the other side we're going to say la,
la, la, la,
comma,
la,
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 la, la. Yeah, And I hope she drops that video anytime somebody gets it wrong, because that's all the explaining she needs to do. But in other news, in explaining Juvenile, so yesterday, and actually the day before yesterday, but yesterday this video started to really pick up online. Juvenile went live. He was on a plane. He was flying from Mississippi to Dallas Fort Worth for a show, and when he got on the plane, he had some issues. Let's take a listen.
Man, they try to kick me off the plane, y'all. They try to kick me off America.
We have to suffer.
They try to take me out of first class.
Where are you trying to put him at?
We gotta put him in coach.
Oh no.
You ain't putting me in no coach, man.
Absolutely.
You ain't putting me in no coach, man.
Absolutely not.
I'm a celebrity. I'm telling you, this is gonna be repercussions. It's gonna be repercussions to this. Because I'm gonna get off the plane. I'm gonna get off the plane. I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect me like that. I'm not gonna let y'all choose me out of all the people on the plane and disrespect me. So I'm gonna get off the plane. Out of all the people on the plane, y'all pick a celebrity. American Airlines, all the money I spend with you, they gonna try to put me in coach, motherfucker. I ain't never flew coach. Y'all.
They was trying to make Juvie back that ass up to coach.
Yes.
On the 25-year anniversary of back that ass up, they wanted Juvie to back that ass up to coach.
If the flight attendant had dropped the song when they were saying that, like, if I was Juvie, I would have swung on him. But so
did he buy a ticket though? He bought a first class ticket.
So basically, what happened? I reached out to American Airlines, and they sent over a statement, and what they explained was that it was something that they couldn't even control. They had a process error where basically a smaller plane is what came in, like the plane switched last minute, and that happens sometimes because planes are coming from different places, things are delayed or whatever. So it was a smaller aircraft, and because it was a smaller aircraft, there's then less seats in the main cabin and in first class. So there's a automated system that randomly selects people who would then have to downgrade their seat because of that. And from what I was told, he was one of those people. So it wasn't intentionally done. But they said that they did reach out to him and apologize, and that they were rectifying the situation. I don't exactly know what they did to rectify it, but I'll have an update soon there.
Yeah, they gave him more miles, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Something.
they probably paid for that fare. But, that happens a lot. Like if there's a storm, and like you said, a different flight you have to take, and you pay for a first class seat, they just put you in whatever seat it is, and they usually refund your money. But they don't make you sit down first. That's the problem, because he sat down. They had to scan his ticket in there.
And I think that was so frustrating because he was already on the plane. It looked like they were about to, like,
him and his wife,
Yeah, him and his wife. And his wife was saying how we're sitting next to each other and y'all didn't select my seat, but you guys selected his. So, and that's just a big inconvenience. Last minute you find out something like that. So I understand the frustrations for sure, but I'm so glad nobody dropped the song on the plane trying to be funny.
Nah, not at all.
That would have been crazy.
All right.
And hold on, I don't know if we got enough time, but Lauren was talking about the people who were at the DNC on stage. There was a lot of people at the DNC who I saw, behind the scenes as well. I saw my man Yo Gotti was there. Dave Chappelle. I saw Dave Chappelle. Tiffany Haddish. Our good friend to the room, Flame Monroe, was there. Lynn Whitfield, she was there with her fine 71-year-old self. She saw me last night. And
What'd she say?
She said, Charlamagne, I've always loved your head. And I melted right then and there.
That Mike hate to see you coming. You doing all that leaning. You need to relax.
Listen, man, I'm a sucker for an older woman. You hear me? Okay.
I don't even. She didn't say that. She probably
I
said,
promise you, Lynn Whitfield said that to me last night.
Ugly, bald ass.
It's the same way somebody called him a snack, and now he think he Uncle Snack.
First of all, one thing about them older black women, appreciate this. This is 90s rom-com. I'm 90s rom-com fine. Okay, all right. So they appreciate this.
No,
all right.
They trying to make up for all the trauma that black men went through back
Man,
then. Couldn't make up for it. Now they done been to therapy, so they feel like they gotta nurture you.
The thing about Lauren generation, they got them new STDs that mess with their eyes. You know what I'm saying? They got that new brand of chlamydia. That new chlamydia mess with your vision. Okay, the OGs can still see clearly.
All right.
Over there looking like a pretzel stick. You need to relax.
All right. All right, guys. All right.
Relax,
Settle down, guys. All right. Thank you for Jess with the Mess with Laura LaRosa. Now, when we come back, Morgan will be joining us with some front page news. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.